Hi folks, today's build is a late 90s S&M next generation dirt bike. These frames were released I think 97 and the early versions had 10mm dropouts, which is what this one's got, so they're pretty rare. This frame's actually been repainted. I think it had a bit of a hard life in the past, there's still plenty of dents left under the paint. I'm not a huge fan of repainted frames. I like the original paint even if it's super scruffy. But I picked this one up just because I wanted to get one with the 10mm dropouts and build it up. Really pleased I got it, I think it looks super cool. These weren't always my favourite bikes after the first generation dirt bike, because they're my faves pretty much and they're such good looking bikes. It's so nice to ride. I didn't think this one was quite as good, but it's grown on me a lot actually. Frame tubing, a bit more chunkier than the original dirt bike. The down tube gusset, a bit chunkier, and the dropouts as well, much bigger. Otherwise not such a different frame really, just the head tube angle maybe is a lot steeper on this one. The steering's a lot quicker than the old dirt bike, which had pretty lazy steering. So what we've got else on here, we've got some pitchforks, again with 10mm dropouts. They've also been repainted. I got them from a different source, but they match pretty well with the frame, so that's cool. Got some repop decals on there. It's got a nice big Primo, big ball bearing headset, really minty S&M redneck stem, early white S&M bars. The alloys are just some pretty ordinary femcos that came off a 90s dyno I think. Same old seat that I have on most of my builds. You probably think, yeah, he really likes that seat, but I just don't have many seats really from this period. It's kind of hard to find nice seats from the mid-school period. The best ones obviously were the S&M ones, but they're hard to find, and if you do find them, they're pretty damn expensive. So I use that one quite a lot. And then the cranks, yeah, just the old profiles with a whippet chainring. Pretty classic build really. That's what I like about these 90s bikes. You know, I grew up on 80s BMX and they all came as complete bikes and they were really cool, but you know, when you rebuild them these days they tend to get built up as they were in the 80s. But because S&M and those companies in the 90s, they just put out frame sets and stuff, everyone would build their bikes different. And you go on BMX Museum now and look at the dirt bikes, everyone's totally different, got its own style and character. So that's why I really like doing these mid-school builds. You can just put on whatever you want within reason, and it's kind of unique to you. So there we have it, a next generation S&M dirt bike. I'm saying 97. There's so much fresh paint on this frame that you can't even read the serial number anymore, but it's obviously an early one because the 10mm dropouts. So that's it, next generation dirt bike.